it's not the same. So getting supporters back in is important right the way through the country, and I'm only hoping that in the not too distant future the Leicester City supporters are going to be able to get in and watch the team as well. But just seeing some of the faces of during the week when some of the supporters were there, just the joy that football gives them, and that's ultimately why we work. We love the sport. It's a real passion, but it's also people's lives, and we like to give that joy, and if people can be there, and the quicker we can get them into the stadiums, then of course the better.
That was Chris Wilder and Brendan Rodgers looking ahead to kick off at a grey and dreary Bramall Lane. Sheffield United taking on Leicester. Of course, fans have been returning to football grounds up and down the country this weekend. None inside Bramall Lane, unfortunately, this afternoon. Sheffield United in Tier 3 under the new lockdown restrictions, which means that no supporters can attend. It's the top tier and the Premier League, of course, that they are trying to make sure they stay very much a part of. Have they got any chance? Dean Hammond, history tells us that if you've only got 1 point after 10 games, you're going down.
I really do believe they have got a chance because they're a good team. Evidence of last season, held their own in the Premier League. Like Brendan mentioned there, the second season syndrome does have an effect. Teams become familiar in how you play. But Sheffield United are creating opportunities, and I think that's the positive. They're not taking them, that's the problem. But when they're creating chances, they can still win games. And I think there's 3 worse teams worse than them in the Premier League, so they've definitely still got a chance, and I still think and believe they'll be able to stay up.
That's Dean Hammond, part of our commentary team here at Bramall Lane this afternoon. The teams,
the way this has all been going on,
cutting through the confusion with everything you need to stay safe, informed and entertained.
Everyone's going on about, we should be tracking and testing, and I just don't know how that is going to happen.
Evenings with James Whale, weeknights from 7 on Talk Radio.
In a world of 24/7 global sportscasting and instant news infotainment.
The two lineups one more time. Sheffield United have Ramsdale in goal, Basham, Egan and Bryan in defence, Baldock and Lowe are the wing backs, Lundstrom, who comes in for Norwood, alongside Berge and Fleck in midfield, McBurnie and Burke up front, and Leicester, as we expected, with Schmeichel in goal, Fofana, Evans and Fuchs are the back 3, Albrighton on one wing, Justin on the other, then come Tielemans and Mendy, Perez making a rare Premier League start, and Maddison in support of Jamie Vardy, who scored 11 goals in his last 12 Premier League away games up front. It's Youri Tielemans, the talented Belgian midfielder, who sprays a lovely ball out to this right hand side, and Albrighton, who will be invited to attack. Vardy just rolls it to Perez on the edge of the area. Maddison with a cross towards the far post. It's over the head of Justin, who was arriving late, and Justin unable to keep it in play. It will be a throw in for Sheffield United, and we say good afternoon once again to Dean Hammond.
Hi Alex, how are you doing? Looking forward to this game.
What have you made of the opening 90 seconds?
Well, I think we've seen there Leicester would be very patient in possession, but then they'll try and get the ball forward and play good combinations, 1-2 and crossing the box.
First team picture at the King Power Stadium, and that incredible 5,000 to 1 success. Chris Wilder is giving his team plenty of vocal encouragement in these early exchanges. It's been a really disappointing start of the season, really disappointing run of form, actually, going back to the start of lockdown. They've only taken 12 points since football resumed towards the back end of last season. That's 5 fewer than any other team, Sheffield United, so the rot had already set in before this campaign got underway. Here's Max Lowe marauding down the left. He was in an offside position, so it's going to be a free kick for Leicester down by their own right corner flag. Brendan Rodgers looking on, looking for the victory that will take him to 100 points as Leicester City manager, the former Liverpool and Celtic boss. But with 4 minutes played here, it remains Sheffield United 0, Leicester 0. Don't forget the North London derby still to come. That's a 4:30 kick-off between Arsenal and Tottenham, and that's followed at 7:15 by Wolves' trip to Liverpool. And the inform Diogo Jota against his former club, as Mark Albrighton stopped in his tracks down the left-hand side by Keane Bryan. Made his Premier League debut in that defeat against West Bromwich Albion last time out. They had that centre-back position.
Yeah, they really have. You know, a dominant centre-half who's actually particularly good on the ball as well, at getting forward, comfortable. He's been at the club a few years now, so he's experienced the promotions, and they have missed him. You're right. He does give that back three, that balance that they crave.
I know privately it was a source of some frustration for Chris Wilder that they didn't bring in a replacement in the transfer window. Sheffield United looking to start on the front foot here. Burke down the right hand side. He's got Baldock bombing forward in support, and his cross is blocked behind for a corner by Christian Fuchs, the veteran Austrian. So a chance for Sheffield United to pile numbers into the Leicester penalty area, and 0-0 the score with 5 minutes played. It's the first corner that Leicester have to defend, and it has been a problem this season for Brendan Rodgers' team. 6 goals conceded from set pieces. Johnny Evans has headed that one away. As far as the D on the edge of the box, kept alive and played out to this left-hand side, and John Egan, who was forward for the corner. Now Bryan with a chance to cross. Good ball in again, and headed behind at the near post by Evans. Good early pressure from Sheffield United.
Well, they look up for this game. They're playing with high energy, trying to get the ball forward, and that's 2 set pieces now, and like you just highlighted, Leicester have had a frailty with defending set pieces, so I'm sure Chris Wilder's highlighted that to the players, and they'll be looking to attack the ball early on here.
Yeah, the corner this time is from the near side as we look the left-hand side of the field. Once again, Basham and Egan are forward, so too is Bryan, so all 3 central defenders summoned up to attack this ball, which will be played in by John Lundstrom. Will be a right-footed delivery from Lundstrom in the white footwear, puts his left arm in the air. And Leicester again struggling to really deal with it. Christian Fuchs in the end slices his clearance. He's gone out for a throw-in down by the far corner flag. But it bounced at least twice inside the penalty area before he made that clearance.
Yeah, it was a brave decision by Chris. Yeah, just kind of scuffed his clearance. So looking a little bit nervous here, Leicester defending here early on.
Yeah, confidence rocked perhaps by that defeat against Fulham. It's a good ball out to this right hand side for Albrighton to come forward again, looking to get Vardy in behind. They couldn't really do that on Monday night as often as Brendan Rodgers would have liked, and on this occasion the ball from Albrighton carries all the way through to the yellow shirted Aaron Ramsdale. Here's Perez winning it back high up the field though for Leicester. Former Newcastle man. Forward to Maddison. Only Vardy to aim at in the centre. Maddison just delays his pass and then plays it out to Perez on the edge of the box. His shot blocked bravely by Egan and then scooped away. Evans heads it back towards the Sheffield United penalty area. Baldock taking no chances, just side-footed out for a Leicester throw. That's better from the Foxes.
It certainly is, and it was a good interception by Perez. Played Maddison wide, and that's where you want James Maddison on the ball. He's very creative, and he was looking to just play a 1-2 with Perez to get a shot away. So better by Foxes, just playing their way into the game, and I'm sure if they get a good amount of possession, they'll find that flow that they normally find.
It's the view of the former Sheffield United and Leicester midfielder Dean Hammond here on Premier League Live. 0-0 the score between 2 of his former clubs. Leicester won both meetings between these 2 last season, and to make it 3 in a row. Here is the blonde-haired Wesley Fofana, the 19-year-old summer signing from St Etienne, who's adapted so quickly to life in the Premier League. Looks right at home alongside Evans and Fuchs today. In the heart of that Leicester back line. Here is Fofana. He's comfortable on the ball as well. Just drops the shoulder to get away from Oliver Burke, and then taps it in field for Tielemans, whose pass is a poor one. And Sheffield United made with a chance to counter here. Down the left-hand side. Lowe. Away from Tielemans and crosses into the area. That was a really important interception from Johnny Evans, because Burke was loitering with intent there. He just stuck out the hind leg, Johnny Evans, and Leicester will get it clear with Tielemans in the right back position. It was a dangerous ball in.
It certainly was, and just that little touch by Johnny Evers stopped Oliver Burke getting on the end of that. And a good move by Sheffield United. They've started well down the left-hand side, attacking with force, trying to get early crossing the box to make Leicester defend.
Yeah, and stop the supply into Jamie Vardy as Fulham did so well a few nights ago. Here is Maddison in the multicoloured boots, comes infield to Tielemans. Now Christian Fuchs, who just fits it out to the left hand side. Perez taking on Baldock, coming infield. Leicester dominating possession in the last couple of minutes, but at the moment Sheffield United keeping a really good shape. Fuchs is going to switch the play to Fofana just inside the Leicester half. He's got some room to move into, but he plays it forward quickly to Maddison. Maddison getting it back from Tielemans and fizzing a pass into the feet of Perez, who with his back to goal has still found some space, and he's found Jamie Vardy, and Jamie Vardy hammers against the post. What a chance that was for Jamie Vardy to add to his run of away goals. The goalkeeper was beaten, denied by the frame of the goal.
That was a brilliant move by Leicester. Great build-up play, very, very patient, and a great slide ball through from Perez. And you expect Jamie to finish that. A good strike, but the post there has saved Sheffield United. So Leicester are on top now.
Here comes Sheffield United on the counter-attack. Well read again by Evans. Albrighton looks up, plays it just to the edge of the centre circle, and Perez, he was actually fouled, Albrighton, but the referee's going to play an advantage here. And again, Perez has tried to guide it out to Vardy, who's forced wide this time, down by the right corner flag. So it goes back to Maddison, or Albrighton I should say. His cross right-footed, headed away, and Vardy lets it bounce and out for a throw. 0-0, but Jamie Vardy, the boyhood Sheffield Wednesday fan, so close to a goal against their arch rivals. He timed his run to perfection. It was a lovely slide rule pass from Perez, and he went for the near post. Maybe perhaps the better option might have been to go across Aaron Ramsdale. Couldn't beat the upright in any case. Here's Fofana, who started the game really well, the number 3 for Leicester. Now Papi Mendy just knocks it forward to Maddison. Maddison trying to switch the play again out to this right hand side, and Albrighton. Perez and Vardy await the cross. Albrighton with a left footed delivery to the far post, only headed away by Baldock as far as Maddison on the far touchline. He's into the penalty area. Good dancing feet from Maddison, trying to get a cross in here, looking for Vardy. Blocked behind by Baldock, and Leicester have their first corner of the game.
Technically, Leicester look brilliant. So comfortable on the ball. Their shape's fantastic. I mean, Mark Albrighton's been brought back into the team, and his delivery is fantastic. And they're on top now. But the technical players in Maddison, Vardy and Perez getting on the ball, it's very, very dangerous for Sheffield United to allow them to have that much time.
Maddison is going to take the corner. With the lack of any crowd, you can hear every word that the players are shouting to each other. Plenty of vocal encouragement for players to take this corner. It's looped up into the air over the head of Justin. Evans lets it roll for Albrighton on this near touchline. The cross is going to be deep into the 6-yard box, headed away by McBurnie. Evans, who stayed forward, is beaten in the air by Burke, but Tielemans plucks it from the sky and just sweeps it back to Fuchs inside the centre circle. Leicester absolutely dominant now for the past 4 or 5 minutes. Maddison with a deep ball in, and Aaron Ramsdale, I think, may have played that behind for a corner when I think it was skipping away and behind anyway.
I think it was. I think he was just aware of Perez there and tried to spread his body and got an unlikely touch on it. But
just bounced off his knee.
It certainly did. But like you say, Leicester dominating possession now, dominating the ball and making Sheffield United work very, very hard. So Sheffield United just need to be conscious of this, be patient, concentration, and try not to lose a goal in this period.
Aaron Ramsdale has only kept 1 clean sheet in his last 30 Premier League games, part of the Bournemouth team that were relegated last season, one of their better players. And he is organising his defence as Maddison plays in the corner, guided away by Lundstrom at the near post, and out for a Leicester throw, but still well inside the Sheffield United half away to our right. Leicester have scored 8 goals in the opening quarter of an hour of matches this season. Running out of time to extend that run. We play 14 minutes as a free kick is conceded by Max Lowe. And Leicester with a chance here to test the Sheffield United defence once more. 0-0 the score here on Premier League Live. Maddison standing over the ball. Stuart Atwell is the referee this afternoon. Maddison with the slick back hair. He's going to play this free kick in right-footed from the right-hand side. Again, plenty of blue shirts to aim at in the centre. That's a terrible ball. Was he going for goal there?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I think that was definitely. You've seen the keeper, Ramsdale, just move to his right and tried a little cheeky effort there, but he has got the quality to be able to do that. He's not quite executed that one right, but James Maddison has got that quality to do that. I'm not sure if I was a centre-half coming up for that set piece I'd be too happy, but yeah, it was definitely a shot.
15 minutes gone then, still goalless at Bramall Lane. Sheffield United have only scored 4 goals this season, just the one from I believe the expected goals stats. They are underperforming, should have scored 4 times that number, the chances they've created over the course of the campaign so far. Here is Vardy again trying to run off the shoulder of Brian down this right hand side. Or Brighton with a chip ball into the area, headed clear by Basham and picked up now in the left wing position by Christian Fuchs. Very comfortable Leicester on the ball now after a nervy start to this game.
I mean, they've started brilliant, Alex. They're so comfortable in possession. Their movement, every player moving off the ball, receiving the ball on the back foot, turning, switching play. They look brilliant. Really, really good start to the game for them.
Here's Pereira trying to drive Leicester forward towards the penalty area. It's cleared away by Ramsdale just inside the 6-yard box, and McBurnie just out-muscles Christian Fuchs. He does look a bit lost, doesn't he, Christian Fuchs, in the centre-back position that he's having to play at the moment.
Yeah, Christian obviously is a natural left back.
Far Sheffield United in these opening 16, and it's not making it easy for Leicester to play in behind them as they're trying to do. Perez just tries to flick it around Basham, who stands tall, and now the home team perhaps can think about a counter-attack with Fleck. Here is Lundstrom, stretches and strides over the halfway line, plays it into the feet of Burke. Claims he was fouled there, Oliver Burke. Referee didn't agree, and it's going to be a Leicester throw. That throw-in will be taken by Fofana. Leicester in European action in midweek, but having already qualified for the knockout stages of the Europa League, Brendan Rodgers able to rest several first-team players. Sheffield United pick up the ball with Sander Berge just inside his own half. There's a poor pass, and it will be a throw-in for Leicester. Where do you place your old club, Dean, Leicester, in the food chain this season? Are they top 4 contenders? Is it Europa League again?
I think they're definitely top 4 contenders.
Lots of injury problems.
I think he's offside, to be honest. I think the flag's gone up, but that's